Hello everyone, welcome to Daily Current Affairs series. Today we will discuss about 21st July current affairs. Myself Sunny Sandeep. Welcome to my channel Gear Up for Group 1 exam. Let us discuss the first one. In this situation, it is a good news for us. Why? Because UK vaccine prompts protective immune response in early tests. For this COVID-19 or to fight against COVID-19, immune system is very good immune system is required. That's why UK vaccine is doing on this protection of immune response system. If we see that it is a major breakthrough. CHAdOx1 and COVID-19, Oxford University's experimental COVID-19 vaccine has been shown a positive immune response among the participants who took the shot. That means who are involved in that phase 1, phase 2 trials. Researchers began testing the vaccine candidate in April 2020 in as many as 1077 participants. It uses a modified virus known to cause infections in chimpanzees and the genetic information contained in the SARS-CoV-2, the virus that causes COVID-19. That means if you see in 2000s in China, that is a pandemic happened, that is SARS-CoV-2. After that symptoms have taken from that, or that trials we have taken from that SARS-CoV-2. That's why UK Oxford University is doing from that SARS-CoV-2 that the virus causes COVID-19. According to study published in the journal Lancet, the vaccine candidate produced neutralizing the antibodies and boosted the immune system as well as. That means that vaccine will fight against successfully with antibodies and it will boost also immune system. That means for this COVID-19, to fight against this COVID-19, good immune system is required. Around 70% of people on trial developed either fever or headache as a side effects, which researchers said could be managed with paracetamol. That means if I have taken that vaccine, I will get some headache or fever. That can be managed with the paracetamol. That's why this vaccine have proven that successfully. High risk people such as health workers and the elderly should be prioritized to receive the vaccination, the study added. That means who are working in frontline workers like doctors or nurses, they have to be vaccinated first, and also elderly people have to also vaccinated first. Then only we will fight against this COVID-19. Next one, Global Real Estate Transparency Index, that is GRETI 2020. In that, India ranked 34 in Jones Lang LaSalle, that is JLL. Who will give that GRETI, that is Global Real Estate Transparency Index, that is given by Jones Lang LaSalle JLL. If you see one, India has an active role by implementing these two important councils. They are Indian Green Building Council and Green Rating for Integrated Habitat Assessment, that is GRUHA. Once again I will tell, Indian Green Building Council, that is IGBC, and second one Green Rating for Integrated Habitat Assessment, that is GRIHA. If you see that there are several key structural reforms happened in last year. They are Real Estate Regulation and Development Act, that is RERA 2016, Goods and Service Tax GST, Benami Transactions Prohibition Act 2016, Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code IBC, and Digitization of Land Records who are having. These are the structural key reforms happened in last year, that is to improve the ranking of Global Real Estate Transparency Index 2020. Next one, it is a milestone, or it is like a milestone or a advantage of Arab, that is United Arab Emirates. Arab hope to mark takes off from Japan. It is the first Arab space mission to Mars, an unmanned probe dubbed it is a Hope. Why this mission has started? The mission is to reveal the more about the atmosphere of the red planet, that is Mars. Now this Hope rocket is lifted off from the Tangshima Space Center, which is located in southern Japan. Here only the United States, India and former Soviet Union and the European Space Agency have successfully sent missions to this Mars. After that, United Arab Emirates have become that one. Hope is expected to enter the Mars orbit by February 2021. Next one, India will never be a part of alien system, said by Jai Shankar. He is a external affairs minister. If you see one, last from 1947 we got independence on that day, on that year. If you see that, from that also India is never moving towards any alignment. That means, say suppose two powers are there, Western power or Eastern power, or China or USA. Either India has never aligned to USA or never aligned to United Soviet Union or USSR, China. That means India will never be a part of an alien system. They have some principles have that non-alignment. That's why India has non-alignment in that one. There is a video conference of geopolitics of opportunity. As the world rebalances, how should India capitalize? Global shift to opening spaces for middle powers like India, European Union and Japan. In this situation, COVID-19 situation has hit the world very worstly. That's why there may be, if before COVID-19 China may be US may be the largest economy, after that there may be changes. Why? Because COVID-19 hit all countries in worst condition. That's why global shift to opening spaces for middle powers like India. If you see the principles of non-alignment, mutual respect for each other's territorial integrity and sovereignty. This is the first principle India is following, that is mutual respect for each other's territorial integrity and sovereignty. Here the second one, mutual non-aggression. Third one, mutual non-interference in the domestic affairs. That means Jammu Kashmir issue is a internal matter of India, but China, Pakistan is interfering in that. That's why India is a non-alignment movement for that. Here the fourth one, equality and mutual benefit, and fifth one, peaceful and coexistence. These are the 5 principles of non-alignment. Once again I will read it. Mutual respect for each other's territorial integrity and sovereignty, mutual non-aggression, mutual non-interference in domestic affairs, equality and mutual benefits, and peaceful and coexistence. These are the 5 principles of non-alignment. Next one, in the series of previous paper analysis, we will discuss the 86th question, that is the motion to impeach a judge of the Supreme Court of India cannot be rejected by the Speaker of the Lok Sabha as per the Judges Enquiry Act 1968. The Constitution of India defines and gives the details of the constitutes incapacity and prove behavior of the judges of the Supreme Court of India. The details of the process of impeachment of the judges of the Supreme Court of India are given in the Judges Act 1968. If the motion for the impeachment of a judge is taken for a voting, the law requires motion to be backed by each house of the parliament and supported by a majority of total membership of the house and by not less than the 2/3 of the total members of the house present and voting. If you want to answer this question, we have to see how the impeachment of a Supreme Court of a judge, that is removal motion signed by the 100 members in case of Lok Sabha, 50 members in case of a Rajya Sabha, is to be submitted in the speaker to the speaker or chairman. If speaker or chairman accept it, 3-member committee should be constituted. After that, committee investigates the charges. If committee finds the guilty of the incapacity misbehavior, impeachment process starts. That means motion must be passed by the both houses by the special majority. After that, passed motion sent to the president. After that, president will sign that. That is the procedure of a impeachment of a Supreme Court of judge. That's why which of the statements given above is correct? A 1 and 2, B 3 only, C 3 and 4 only, D 1, 3 and 4. Here the right option is C. C is the right option. Why? Because 3 and 4 are the right options. With this we can conclude our video. Thanks for watching. Like, share and subscribe to my channel. Gear up for Group 1 exam. This is Sunny Sandeep signing out. Take care and bye bye.